morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we are asking the very important question, what's in the box? And the reason we're asking what's in the box is because we've seen that mystery box. We've now got access to pictures of all of the stuff that's in the mystery box, because it is now out in Japan, and that means we can have a good old gander, and that is, quite frankly, absolutely lovely. Now, what we've got here are 4 sets of deck boxes and sleeves, and we've got ourselves 4 alternate art promos as well. So that means we can have a good look, and I believe the deck box and sleeves are paired, and they kind of have to be, they're the same design, but the promos are random, so you'll get a pair of deck sleeves and deck box, and you'll get a promo, but there's no necessary connection between them. So if we start off with the promos, then what we've got is an alternate art of Lugia V, and this is absolutely stunning. It's a lovely card, but I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's as good as the one in the set. Of course, it's a little bit interesting here, because what we've got is we've got the Lugia from the set, which is the wonderful Mitsuhiro Rita artwork, and then we've got that same Lugia, which is in the promo pack, which you can get, you get one promo pack when opening or buying a box in Japan, and you can get that same Pokemon V, but this time it's got a new stamp. This is one of those cards where the V isn't terribly interesting. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean, Lugia V Star looks great, and the V is just a conduit. We see this quite a lot. Most evolving Pokemon V aren't particularly good, because it's a bit too good when you've got a good Pokemon V that evolves into a good Pokemon V Max or V Star. So when we got a V Star or a V Max, especially a good one, we tend to see the evolving Pokemon V not being that special. That's the case for Lugia, but it doesn't matter. We've got another one of these, and yeah, as I've said a couple of times, this is going to be a very expensive set for Lugia collectors. Now, we do have an alternate art of the Unknown. This was shown off on the YouTube channel there the other day, and it's not a huge change in terms of artwork-wise, but I do love the card. The card, remember, has got that Redonkulous attack for free colorless energy, and remember, basic Pokemon colorless energy means it can be teched into anything at all, any deck you like, and this is awesome because it means you win the game if you've got one prize card remaining. You got one prize remaining, put free energy on an Unknown, boom, win the game immediately. Love it. I really like this Unknown. I think this Unknown is going to see a bunch of play. I think people are going to tech it in and have some cheeky wins with it, and I'm here for it, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely here for it. This one seems pretty gosh darn cool. And the last two, as I'm sure a lot of you guessed at this stage, are Regidrago and Regieleki. I wanted Chestnut, personally. That would have been amazing, because I like that card. Apparently way more than literally anyone else in the world, but it was always going to be Regieleki and Regidrago, wasn't it? Now, these are very cool cards. I mean, if we take Regieleki, you can see that, yeah, looks alright. I mean, honestly, in terms of playability, that's not what's important. We know that Regieleki V Max is a very, very cool card. It's got that lovely ability that means that your basic lightning Pokemon do 30 more to your opponent's active. But, yeah, the V, it's one of those, it's a conduit to the V, and not a huge amount more. Now, as for Regidrago, I mean, it's kind of interesting, because Regidrago had, honestly, really, really nice regular artwork. I liked the regular artwork of Regidrago, and now that we see the alternate art, not the special art, that's a different card altogether, now that we see the alternate art, it's pretty cool, honestly. It's a very cool card. I mean, it's kind of just turned around a little bit, and that's kind of largely what's been going on here, but it's still a cool card. I still like the artwork, And yeah, I mean, Regidrago just looks pretty cool on these V cards, honestly. I mean, once again, don't get too excited about the V. The V is not where it's at. The V star for Regidrago is a phenomenal card. This is the one whereby, for just 2 grass and 1 fire energy, you can copy the attacks of any dragon Pokemon in your discard. And remember the rule with this. We've seen this time and time again. The rule is, if you have written on the card, you must have the correct amount of energy, then you must have the correct amount of energy. If it doesn't, then you don't. And here it doesn't. So what that basically means is, any dragon Pokemon you like in the discard pile, any of their attack, for 2 grass and a colourless, yeah, that'll do, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do very, very nicely indeed. So those are your 4 Pokemon V. I don't think any of them are absolutely stunning essential. I think they're cool alternate art promos, but this isn't like, you know, the special art cards. Those are, you know, you have to forgive the pun here, a little bit special. These are cool alternate arts that can only be found in the mystery box, but I do think it's fair to say that they are not cards that you absolutely have to have. Now, moving over to the merch, we've got 4 sets of sleeves and deck boxes. And I think it's fair to say that Lugia is very much a star of Paradigm Trigger and the star of this box as well. You see, we've got, and I need different ways to phrase this, so I'm going to call it the Flying Lugia. We got the Flying Lugia sleeves and the Flying Lugia deck box, and this is a little bit of a theme that we're going to see running through here, that these tend to match, that we do tend to see them coming with the deck box and sleeves, and they match quite nicely, and they're very much the same kind of artwork. It's pretty cool. So this is what I call the Flying Lugia, and you got Lugia, you know, flying around, and it's Lugia, and it looks all kind of cool. You've got your sleeves, and you've got the deck box. What is actually super annoying, they put this up for lottery sale over in Japan, and I entered the lottery and I didn't win, and that makes me really sad, because I want so many of these mystery boxes, but I can't have them, and that makes me a little bit sad. Now, we've also got another set of Lugia sleeves and deck box here, and these basically look like, well, kind of like they would be carved into stone, like they'd be on a tablet on a wall somewhere. And you've got Lugia chilling there in front of a bunch of energy and other relevant symbols. And the other symbols are kind of cool. So you've got, you know, all the energy symbols there, but then you've also got the back of a Pokemon card. You've got the burn symbol on the, you can see that on actually both of them in the bottom right, kind of, on the artwork there. It's really kind of cool. I like these sleeves. I'm not a huge Lugia fan, and I'm very happy about that right now, given how expensive this is all going to get, but this is kind of cool. And we also have Regidrago and Regieleki. Of course, these are very much 2 of the stars of Paradigm Trigger. We know here that we've got Regieleki V Max is the only V Max in the set, and you got Regidrago V Star, who looks utterly, absolutely broken. So it does make sense that we would get sleeves and deck box for this. And this is pretty cool. The art here is very much, well, it's very stylized. It's one of these, you're either going to love it or you hate it. Although, as I say that, I quite like it. I think it's kind of cool. I don't think it's stunning. I think it's kind of cool. And this is rather lovely. And I like it, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. I did really love Regidrago V Star. I was getting super excited about building around it. And then everyone realized how good it was. And it just seems like everyone's going to play it. And I'm just less excited about that now. Sorry. And in terms of the last set of sleeves and deck box, I mean, look. Lugia is a poster child of the set, and there are 2 sets of sleeves and deck box. Regidrago and Regieleki are big stars of the set, and there's the sleeve and deck box. But what is the only other Pokemon that is getting an alternate art V in this box? Unknown. So yes, the last deck box and sleeves feature unknown. There's a nice kind of synergy here in just going, well, you know what? Let's just take these 4 Pokemon and celebrate them. Again, wish it had been Chestnut, but I think it's fair to say it's not yet the end of the world. Now, what is super interesting here is that these aren't necessarily matched. So we saw an opening on the official Japanese YouTube channel where they opened Unknown V, but the Flying Lugia sleeves. So you're not necessarily going to get a match here. And I've got to say, the Unknown sleeves and deck box are the best. Come at me in the comment section if you disagree, but they're shiny and they've got lots of lovely Unknown on, and I just like them. I think they are extremely cool. I think they're all actually cool. For me, as weird as it is, because this is not how I thought it was going to end up shaking out, I do think that the sleeves and deck boxes here have actually ended up being cooler than the alternate art Vs are. The alternate art Vs are fine, but they are just fairly kind of generic, if that doesn't sound too bad, alternate art Vs. And that's not to say that they're bad, but, you know, when we look at the regular art of Lugia, and it's drawn by Mitsuhiro Arita, and it is an absolutely stunning piece of artwork, I don't think it's unfair or cruel to say that none of these 4 alternate art Vs here evoke that same reaction. But they're still pretty cool, and we've got exclusive sleeves and deck boxes, so yeah, I'm still trying to search for these at a reasonable price. Do wish me luck in the comment section. But you get yourself a set of sleeves and deck box, and they do seem to come as a set. And then you get yourself an alternate art promo, which does not necessarily match the sleeves and the deck box. So that's everything you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these. Tell me which ones are the best. Go nuts in the comment section. But be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get yourself some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions, join a Discord where we chat, and get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Kiridan, who's been one of our supporters for a long time and is a very lovely person. So thank you to Kiridan for being a supporter and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.